Judd Trump won the last one with 109 clearance. 17-13.
Problem is that part where it's finished.
Thank you.
Threatened to go into two pockets, but now it's going to be going into the right middle next. And if the black goes, then it's an early opportunity for Ronnie O'Sullivan to win the frame he needs. Sure, he can hold for the black. It's a bit of an angle on this. Yeah, he couldn't.
One.
Certainly not a terrible kiss. As ever, he's been absolutely to the millimetre where he wanted to be. Clearly the next colour is not guaranteed. He'll be attacking the bunch of reds here and potting the one below it.
Seven.
You've got no control over where the reds in the bunch will go, and they've all covered the possible black.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 7.
Celebrations will have to wait. I'm sure a lot of people felt that could be the beginning of the end. The trophy they're playing for was presented to the first ever champion, Joe Davis, who won 15 world titles in the 20s, 30s and 40s, but it was a very different tournament then. Some years there were only 2 players in it, one of whom he would handpick. The Open era began in 1969, and of course the television age really in the late 70s, here at the Crucible, 1977. So Stephen Hendry holds the modern day record with 7, and that has stood for 23 years. In fact, he beat O'Sullivan in the semis in 1999.
Well, very thin, but he needed some help from the bolt colour, and he got some. Otherwise the keyboard would have headed, I think, back up into down the middle of the table at the speed it was going at. On anything, the pink is not available. Strangely, the blue is not either. In fact, it's hardly. He's seemingly covered everything here. Blue won't go past the green. The yellow, perhaps, but even then, he had a long, hard look at it, O'Sullivan. It's not nice if he plays it. So somehow, it's the one area on the table where nothing seems to be potable. He's already decided to play a safety shot of some description.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
Yeah, total respect for Trump there. He's seen how well he's played today. Doesn't want to hand him any sort of opening with the reds spread as they are. Trump's just had a century after all. Trump knows that every time he comes to the table, it could be his last visit. Balls are invitingly placed if he leaves O'Sullivan any sort of chance.
Yeah, O'Sullivan unlikely to take on the red along the cushion, which you can see. Is poor value, no obvious colour. The red's missable anyhow. Well, he's having a look at the pot on this red. He might be able to play the cannon on the red by the black. It's a big shot to take on. Well, if he's played the cannon, it's an absolute delightful shot. Yes, he's got the cannon. It was something that he saw, and he thought he'd take the risk, and it could be.
Thank you.
defining shot in this frame.
You just sense the stage is set for a grandstand finish.
Nine.
I thought he played quite a good safety shot, a containing shot, but just the red that he didn't play last time, O'Sullivan, I felt there was a real way of getting on the black from it. Slight error there. I think he played the nudge on the right-hand red to be on the other two.
16.
To the left corner, but as you can see, there's no problem.
17.
And that's a handy little flick on the blue.
Ronnie O'Sullivan's 30th successive appearance at the Crucible. That in itself is remarkable, but remember, he came here as world #1. When he was coming through, a 46-year-old would be a veteran on the way down. But he's still very much at the top of the game, and he's prepared so well for this tournament. He's done everything right in terms of preparation. Just what needs to now put these away.
22. 23.
That's well played also. Yes, indeed. This could be
30.
where it all happens. No reason to believe he wouldn't make a substantial amount from here.
31.
We've watched him all these years, Neil, as our viewers will have done. I know we have a lot of new viewers, but there would have been people there right from the start. And his career is unparalleled, isn't it? The longevity he's had is perhaps the most incredible thing.
Well, there was a spell before he became world champion where people knew how talented he was and thought, well, it just appears he's never going to achieve the great heights that you know, his skill suggested he should do. Something of an underachiever that was a word people were using, but they're very quiet now, those people, because he's completely proved them wrong. The skill and talent has always been there, the natural ability, but the hard work that goes with it. And now, the big numbers, all the victories, the tournaments. There were many people that
45.
never believed he could be a 7 times world champion alongside Stephen Hendry. They thought that moment might have passed, but he looks as strong as ever to me.
He will need another red after the black. What a moment this is. This Crucible Theatre has seen many down the years. This is something very special, because barring snookers, this red, and it's O'Sullivan's 7th world title.
53.
What a player. And if he can make a century, he will win the championship with his 200th at the Crucible. In the 30 years he has been entertaining us here.
60. 61.
There's never been anyone like him before. They may Judd Trump, 18 frames to 13 to equal Stephen Hendry's modern day record of 7 world titles. And what lovely moments between the two players at the end. They've both been part of history.